Let me tell you about some of our next keynote speakers' successes. A former Olympic athlete, founder and CEO of Roommate, a leading global chain with over 1,000 employees in the world, gold medal for tourist merit in 2014. I believe he just received another medal. I didn't even have time to find out what. But why am I doing this? Well, as he loves being disruptive, today he's here to tell us all about his screw-ups, because, as he has said in the past, behind each one of my successes, there are 1,000 failures. Therefore, I thought I might as well mention his achievements, because he's not going to have any time. Mind you, he hates the word success and failure, and reminds us just to get up again and keep fighting. It is a real thrill to introduce on stage a brutally honest, brave, and disruptive born entrepreneur. And he is Kike Sarasola. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. I'm back here in the South Summit. Isn't it fun? And with this weather that it looks like we're in summer. They asked me to do talk to you tonight about different things. So I said, why don't I talk about all my screw-ups? I've had so many, because everybody's now saying, oh, you're having so much success. So I said, woof, I can tell you how many times I have failed, no? Which I think is much more important than my success. I'm going to be talking for some while, and then at the end I would like some questions, because I like questions, so I'm going to stop for 2 or 3 minutes so that people can ask me questions. Let me tell you something. Failure is good. Only in our country and in Latin countries is failure considered bad. In America, when somebody fails, he's proud if he comes back. When I look at people who send me their CVs in America, their CVs are perfect, with failures. And I find that the CVs in Spain, people tell me, no, I haven't worked in the real estate and I haven't failed. And then you start asking, oh yes, I helped that startup, but it didn't go well. Guys, be proud to say your failures. Your failures means that you have succeeded to come back, that you're really fighting, that you are somebody who really wants to make it happen. I like people who have failed. Are you proud of your mistakes? Oh, I'm very proud. Very sad to have done them, but very proud to know from them, to learn, to know that I can be a better person, a better entrepreneur. I can do the mistakes and learn from them, which is very important. One thing that I always tell my team is, when we started Roommate, it was because we did not find, for those young ones who don't know me, millennials, who I hope you win a lot of money soon and spend it in my hotels, I have a hotel chain called Roommate Hotels. Each one of my hotels has the name of a fictional friend, and each one has a different personality. I like to say we are affordable luxury. So, for those of you who do know me, and for those of you who don't, I'll tell you how Roommate started. It started because when I was with my husband in New York, we didn't find a hotel that we really wanted to stay in. A hotel that was nice, affordable, with a lot of decoration, and what I call the 3 Ds: dormir, ducharte, y desayunar. Sleep, shower, and breakfast. If that was good, that was what I really needed in New York. Because in New York, I wasn't going to stay in the hotel room. I mean, you're stupid if you go to New York to stay in your hotel. You want to go out. So I wanted a central location with a lot of decoration. And that's how we started thinking, how do we do our hotels? And it's very important once you start to do something, really anything in life. And every time, as my company grows, I always tell my staff, guys, did you put yourself on the client's shoes? I'm so fed up of hearing in meetings of people who are telling me, yes, this is what I think my company is going to come out. This is what I think I'm going to do. And I immediately think and see that it's what the president of that company wants to do, but he really hasn't sit down and thought, is the client going to like it? No? When I go to my hotels, and the first thing I do about a decoration is I lie on the bed. I go to the toilet. I sit down in the toilet, see if the paper is nearby. You have so many hotels where they put the paper behind here and you have to turn around to get the paper. That's not thinking of your client. Will my client come to my hotel and will he be happy in the reception? Is it high enough? I had a partner who's died, Rosalia Mera, who said in one of my hotels, we had put the breakfast very tall, and she wasn't very tall. And the first thing she did one day is, "You've done it wrong in the breakfast." And I'm like, "What did I do wrong?" And she said, "You put the bar right here, and it's just here, and with my tits, I cannot get the croissant." And it was right. I have to think, my God, is this going to be a good place for my client? Is my client going to be happy? So guys, think in the client's shoes, always. When I started with Roommate, another thing that I said, well, I want to be international since the beginning, no? We have this very famous example in Spain of a fantastic company which has a horrible name to grow. It's called El Corte Inglés. That's a fantastic company with a horrible name, because how do you get an Englishman to pronounce El Corte Inglés? So of course, it's very difficult to take El Corte Inglés outside your country, where it's Spanish. They've gone to Portugal, but I mean, basically, you have to think big. You have to think of a name. I thought of Roommate, which everybody now says, oh, how good. But let me tell you, it's causing me problems, and I maybe should not have given it Roommate. Why? Because Roommate in America is somebody who shares the room with you, and also your friend, also. But basically, the first idea they have is, I'm going to share a room with you. So when I go to America and I open a new hotel, I always put Roommate Hotels behind it, because if not, people think it's a dorm. It's a generator. So I've had to do a double, everything that I thought was bad about El Corte Inglés, I made a mistake as well, because I have to explain my brand. The brands don't need to be explained if you can manage to get a good name, no? I have a good name, but in America, for example, I really have to work on it. The team, guys, my team is fantastic. My team comes behind me. I tell them what to do. This is my press team was, we have to do a picture to show the people who have come into the committee. And I said, fine. And I put them all in the water. I said, we're all going to the pool. We're all going to do a working. And that's fun. It's different. My team were horrified at the beginning. The girls were, what am I going to do with my hair? Guys, have fun. Have fun. The companies and the times where I've been in a mood that I'm busy or that I'm not really thinking of having fun, you transmit it to your people. Have fun. I enjoy my job. I enjoy my work. And the people that are with me have to enjoy that. If not, you're doing a bad team. Concentrate on what you do good. I'm good with beds. Do you want to sleep with me is my logo. And it's true. I'm very good in sleeping with all of you. But I'm very bad in food, in catering. So what do? I tried for 2 restaurants. I lost money. It was a nightmare. I wasn't having a good time. So I found, listen, rent it to the people who knows how to do restaurants. And it changed my life. Right now, I have 23 hotels in operation. We're open 7 more. We're going to have 30. And I tell you, a restaurant, who wants the restaurant? Who wants to operate them? I look for the best operator that goes with that hotel, and I've taken so much problem. Instead of losing 200,000, I'm winning less, but it's always there. It's 120. So value what you do good, and value what you do and don't know. And don't be scared to say, I don't know this. My God, I'm in the tourist industry. They're all the time. They love to say the PMS, the TMR, the new words, the new names. I don't know any of them, and I'm very proud to say I don't care about the words. I care about the people. So really do what you do good. You accept things, change them, or leave them behind. Guys, all of you are here talking to VCs, to investors. It's more important how you get along with that person, and if they have the same views, than not to get the money. I have so many friends who, just because they were desperate for the money, got the wrong partner. Be hard. You guys have the idea. These guys have the money. Be hard on them, because they're going to be hard on you. So the first interview you do with a VC, tell them, are you going to let me work, or are you going to touch my balls? That's what I do. And it works. Maybe the VCs won't want to hear me anymore. But guys, it's true. You have to have the same ideas. The times I have not done that, and I have not put it straight since the beginning. My goals are to go here. I do not want to sell my company here. I want to go here. And you let somebody in the way, most of the times your companies will not succeed. Think about it. Tell them. It's very easy, because man, it's much easier one time to be red than to be very sad that your company does not work. I chose my partners very well, and it's been a healthy relationship, and I'm still with the same partner for the last 10 years, and she is still keeping on with us. Philosophy. I think that's also very important. Once you go to make a company, when I have done wrong, for example, I hired the wrong person. And it's also just the same as when you hire a partner for the money. Get somebody who has the same philosophy. It's very, at my hotels, they have to smile, they have to think about the client, no? Right now, I'm in this phase that I've just came back from America, and I felt that with many times, I'm talking to robots, I'm talking to automats. The first thing they say, you walk into a shop, and they tell you, have you had a good day? Look at her. Leave me alone. I don't want to tell you I've had a good day or not, and who are you to ask me? So it's not real. So be real. I mean, we in Spain, we are real. We've always been real. And now I feel that we're beginning all to be automized like it's in America. No, how are you? How are things going? Give me a smile. I mean, you don't have to kiss me, but talk to me nicely. Say hello. No? We have to come back to the ethics of telling the client hello and goodbye. You get on a taxi and you turn around. You go into a shop. What do you want? You answer the phone. No. Guys, we live out of the clients. And you live 10% of all of you, your money comes from tourism. So let's treat them well. What I do is I surround myself with people who have the same philosophy as me, and that makes life much easier. More haste, less speed. This was, a few of them now are my team who put these slides, and I have one very big screw up that I always do is I'm very impatient. I like things now. I don't believe what you can do tomorrow, you do it today. And that's correct for many ways, I think, at least it's been good for me. But for example, last company I built was BeMate, and I built it in 3 months during the summer. When we had the idea, I was thinking, my God, BeMate is service departments with hotel services. Nobody had done it, everybody was fighting and crying against Airbnb, but we thought we could do something better. That was not in the market, no? That is something important. If you find something that is not in the market, go for it, without any doubt, fast. Be impatient, but with a little bit of knowledge. I do not know anything about the technology world. That's why the experts are there. And in the beginning, everybody was very excited, but we did not align ourselves with what we wanted. And the example is very clear. They wanted to put me a technology that was a Rolls-Royce, which is perfect. But I needed an Audi and in 6 months. And they wanted me to put a Rolls-Royce in 1.5 years. What happened? It didn't work. I lost money, I lost time, I lost market. And then suddenly I said, forget it, let's go back to the roots. And we got the Audi. And now it's beginning to work. So as I say, my mistakes have been when I have not been aligned, saying my goals correctly, finding them, looking at them, and getting people behind you, partners, VCs, people who work for you, outsourcing. Everybody has to be on the same line of where you really want to go. Stendhal syndrome, this is of course my team who thinks I must have it. And the Stendhal syndrome is that somebody, when sees something beautiful of art, they get very nervous. And they wanted to bring it to line with functionality versus design. When we started in Roommate, we want design. We want some things beautiful. And what happened? Many times I was not aligned with the decorator. So they would put a beautiful chair that was completely uncomfortable, or they would do a small wardrobe where you could just put your shirts sideways, which looked beautiful, but was very bad. What happened? The client came, saw that that was uncomfortable, and they would not repeat my hotel. So I had to redo it. So it's double the problem. But it comes back to the same thing. Have your goals really defined, fight for them, and have your dreams with the other teams you have, and also always think about the functionality, no? You cannot control everything. What can I tell you? I'm a control freak, and I like to control. I like to delegate my team. Once I delegate is something that I can tell you, I really delegate. I mean, if you run something and you work with me, I mean, you take this, you take it, but finish it. No? I do not accept excuses. I hate excuses. Somebody who comes to me and says, we've done it wrong, and but, that person is fired. Why? Because I do not accept excuses. Tell me how you're going to fix the problem. One thing I have found, and I have learned, and that has been one of my biggest mistakes, and it might sound hard, is not to fire at the right moment. I have waited too long, and it has been bad for the company. Because when the company grows, and all like you startups, you have to know when the people are at your level and going up with you. When I was really speeding in both my companies, there were some people who could not keep up with me. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It doesn't mean that if you fire them, of course I help them find a good job, another job, but they're not for you at that moment. And companies that grow, my company that grow, I've realized that the people that were not at the speed of the rest of the company, and I left them inside, those people made my company slow, made the other people fight between them. So I really recommend, I hired somebody specific, I hired a psychologist specific to help me locate the person that was giving the problems in a unit, which was in the hotels. I remember perfectly one of the times, one of the restaurants was not working. And I thought that we had 3 cooks, and I thought it was one of them. And I was going to fire him, and my aide, my person who came to me, said, let me look in. And she went in, talked, saw the whole thing 3 days, and he told me, Kike, no, you're wrong. It's this one who's causing the problem. I fired this one, and the whole team changed in 1 week and blossomed. So really, we are here to make companies grow. Doesn't mean that person is bad, that person is not good for working. Yes, that person is not good for that job at that moment. So don't be scared to fire people at the right time. For example, I believe in hiring. 70% of my staff come from inside my company. I think that's very, very important. You know them, they have a goal, and they know they can do a career in my company. I, for example, have done a career in my company. I started as a president, and now I'm almost a retired president. I'm not there in the day-to-day, because I have to let the new people come up. And it's good, it's fun, because if somebody stays, I don't believe nowadays a job for a person for life. First of all, how boring, and second of all, it's not good for our companies, no? And you cannot control everything. In Buenos Aires, I opened a hotel, the economic situation went bad, I had to close it. I opened 2 hotels in Istanbul, all the terrorism, I also had to close it. So at the end of the day, you have so many things on the outside that you cannot control, my advice is control as many as you can. Don't try to be the best, make your teams. I'm so proud of my team. First of all, because they make me work less. They make me work in different things that I really like. So team, guys, team building. Don't be everything you can do. And everything, America is a dream for that. All the team buildings, all the times you can spend with your team are times that are really worth it, because all my assets and what I am worth is what my team does. Not connecting with yourself and disconnecting. Okay, that is something they're teaching me, which is a big problem. I mean, you have to learn how to think out of the box. What I do is I go on long plane trips. No? When I'm going to Mexico tonight, I came from Rome this morning, I'm going to Mexico tomorrow night. And there in the plane, I don't know why, is where I best think. 14 hours, just by myself. I come down with 25 notes for each of my people of my team of things. So oh my God, Kike is going on a long trip. He's going to come down and he's going to brainstorm us later. But I do it on planes. You guys have to find to do it. I do it with my team. What I tell them is, guys, work from home. I don't care if I want you to work from home. On the contrary, I make my team at least once a day stay at home and work from home, because your day-to-day makes you not see things from the big picture. Now, the problem with the startups is you guys do not go away. You eat the pizza. You're there all the time. That's very bad. Don't do it. Leave. Go for a whole day and be outside your company, and that way think of the whole thing. Do something that excites you. Guys, I tell you, I'm the happiest person on earth. I do not work. They pay me to be happy, because my work is really what I really like, what I really do. And that's my advice to all of you, is really have fun. These are the 3 companies that we have. We have Roommate with 1,000 roomies already. We have 30 hotels in 6 countries. These are some of the pictures. I really recommend all of you to come and see. My new hotels are especially Milan, Istanbul, Barcelona, very nice. BMate is the apartment company. We have already 10,000 apartments in 14 destinations. And this is what I told you. When I did click in the company, in the last 6 months, we've multiplied by 8 all our numbers. And it was because I was not going on the right direction. I was not focusing, and I was not making the rest of the team know where I wanted to go. We needed to make the company grow, and that has been in 6 months. These are some of the apartments that we have. And experience. This is my latest company, which is an audit to help other independent hoteliers with my knowledge. Guys, it's share. Don't try and keep things, because everybody will know everything at the end. So share, ask. I like people who come and ask me, Kike, send me an email. Listen, I have this problem. And I send it to somebody of my team. So I think we have to give back to society. We have to tell them what I do right. When I invented the Wi-Fi, that you have free Wi-Fi in all the city, just with a little machine, and 6 people can connect their phones walking through the street, and they have free Wi-Fi all over the city. I tried to convince my other hoteliers, Spanish friends, and nobody called me. So I mean, I hope you guys don't make that mistake. Take advantage of the good things that others do, because I copy everything good that everybody else does, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And I hope the people that I do something good will also copy me. So guys, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure telling you about my